ó milẹ̀ tìtì. Success Radio Ìbàdàn ìkànnì ayé gbọ́. Ó ń sẹ́lẹ̀lẹ̀. Ó milẹ̀ tìtì. Success Radio Ìbàdàn ìkànnì ayé gbọ́. Ó ń sẹ́lẹ̀lẹ̀. Ó milẹ̀ tìtì.
Ẹ̀mí àgbọ̀ rédíò station tí a kò ní lọ́gbọ̀n online radio Success Radio tó kárí ayé pátá.
Bámísà Adélẹ́mọ̀ wòlíì ṣèṣò ìkànnì Success Radio tó bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí kó o máa ṣe kíni kó o máa gbọ́ torí ń gbọ́gbọ́ náà ń gbọ́gbọ́ ń sọ́sọ́ náà ń sọ́sọ́ má gbé kúrò níbẹ̀. Bámísà Adélẹ́mọ̀ wòlíì ṣèṣò ìkànnì Success Radio tó bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí kó o máa ṣe kíni kó o máa gbọ́ torí ń gbọ́gbọ́ náà ń gbọ́gbọ́ ń sọ́sọ́ náà ń sọ́sọ́ má gbé kúrò níbẹ̀. Bámísà Adélẹ́mọ̀ wòlíì ṣèṣò ìkànnì Success Radio tó bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí kó o máa ṣe kíni kó o máa gbọ́ torí ń gbọ́gbọ́ náà ń gbọ́gbọ́ ń sọ́sọ́ náà ń sọ́sọ́ má gbé kúrò níbẹ̀. Bámísà Adélẹ́mọ̀ wòlíì ṣèṣò ìkànnì Success Radio tó bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí kó o máa ṣe kíni kó o máa.
That the moment you hear that sound, that is the program that has come online on air, and that is Echo Pointer. It's another Tuesday morning on Success Radio Ibadan, and it is no other program but Echo Pointer 9 to 10 a.m. We are very sorry for coming a little behind the schedule. But without missing word, this morning we have to inform you about what we have always done: economic and business and financial information. And we are all aware about the burning issue that is in the nation at the moment. The young, the old, the employer, the employee, everybody are aware about this. Even the church, the mosque, everybody is concerned. The last time when there was NSAS, some people spoke out, some people felt unconcerned. Even during election time, some people decided they are not going to vote. Some people decided they will vote. Some think, well, it's not their business. Some think, well, it's their business. But this one is everybody's business. The young and the old, the little, the big ones, the giants, the poor, the rich, everybody is complaining. And it is no other issue than the issue of the cash crunch. Thank you so much, our fans. Aminat Mustafa say good morning, sir. Good morning. God bless. Eco Pointer is here. Kolawole Kayode is the anchor. We want to dwell a little on what is the burning issue at the moment, and that is the cash naira scarcity. We have the information at the beginning of this week that the CBN has spoken. Lanre Ola says, welcome on the program. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Vaisa Tijani, thank you so much. Good morning. We have informed you that the CBN has spoken. What did they say? The CBN has spoken not through the governor, because it was the governor that spoke to us as at October last year. And many other communication from the CBN had been through the governor of the CBN. And Nigerians have been clamoring that the governor of the CBN has to speak, or the president of Nigeria has to speak, so that we know where we are going. And that the business industries will know what exactly to do. Well, finally, we have had information from the spokesperson, the acting spokesperson of the CBN. And that is Isa Abdul Mumin. He was speaking on behalf of the CBN. The Premium Times reported this. He said the CBN has directed commercial banks, mortgage banks, microfinance banks, and other financial institutions to begin to accept and to dispense the old naira notes. That is the old 200 naira, 500 naira, and the old 1000 naira, according to the judgment of the Supreme Court, which says all these three currencies, they are legal tender. Therefore, the CBN is saying, based on the judgment of the Supreme Court, though it was against their own policy, where they are succumbing, they are bowing to the judgment of the Supreme Court, and they are saying now they are reversing their decision, and they are saying the old naira notes, the 500 naira and the 1000 naira continues to be legal tender within the shores of Nigeria up till 31st December 2023. Isa Abdul Mumin informed us that this decision of the CBN was taken on Sunday, which was the 12th of March 2023. The decision was taken at the Bankers Committee meeting, where the representative of banks were there, and they all decided to rescind their decision, their policy on the old naira note, and they are to allow it now to continue to be legal tender. You will recall that traders in your area, in your vicinity, in your environment, they are rejecting this old naira note, the 500 naira and the 1000 naira. If you go to supermarkets, they are rejecting it. People have been rejecting it. In fact, some will put a notice board, place it on their walls and say, old naira notes are not accepted. I was in an hospital and I saw it placed on the wall. They said, old notes not accepted, even if Supreme Court had made that decision. Like I told us some time ago, that economic issue also come into political affairs. You see, this is an economic issue that the Supreme Court made a decision about, and it is to tell us something that economic and political issues sometimes they used to fall over each other. But despite the decision of the Supreme Court that the 500 naira and the 1000 naira old note continue to be legal tender, Nigerian community, the business circle, refused to collect it as illegal tender for business transactions. And the reason was because the commercial banks were not collecting the old naira notes as deposit from people. Though there was something odd there. And what was odd was that the same commercial bank issued out the old naira note, but told the customers that they gave it to that don't bring it back here because we have not been permitted to collect it from you, but we are giving it to you. If you know how to spend it, go ahead and spend, but we will not collect it from you because we have not been permitted officially to collect it as deposit. That is Nigeria with AD. Zenith Farm, thank you so much for being here, for joining us on the platform. Please help us to share this program, share it to your contacts, and let them be part of this. Now, the issue at this point is that how will the CBN right the wrong? If the CBN have tried to put away the shame, and one way or the other, the governor did not come up, because we expected the governor of the CBN to come up and speak, but stylishly somebody else has spoken, and we're taking it as an official statement from the CBN, and the CBN has not come up to deny that statement that they have permitted the old 500 and the 1000 naira note to continue to be legal tender. So we are expecting from this moment, as from Monday and this Tuesday morning, continually, that when you take the old naira note into the banking hall, the bankers has to collect. The bankers have to collect the notes from you, and traders in our market should be able to accept them as legal tender. All right, let's take up this advert very quickly.
àgbà bí àká oríṣẹ́ tí wàá ti máa gbowó oṣù tí wàá tún máa kàwé ẹ̀ lọ olóòráyè ó ga o.
ọ̀rẹ́ kì í ṣe bí èmi náà èmi ló ń tọ́jú màmá àgbà rádaràda làwọn ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ tá a gbà fún wọn ń ṣe wọn ò tọ́jú màmá rárá ó tiẹ̀ tó ká máa wá màmá kiri àdúgbò.
nìwọ bá di nọ́ọ̀sì arúgbó mo sọ́ọ̀rì fún ọ.
kí ni kí n ṣe àǹtí tá à ń wá wà ní Taiwan bọ̀dá kúnlérè ní UK lèmi fi ń dúró ti màmá lójoojúmọ́.
wọn ò ṣe gbé màmá lọ sí Fortune Care Global Services.
ládé èbó Fortune Care nílùú èbó.
Fortune Care ti lẹ́ka ní Nàìjíríà ní road 6 tẹ̀síwájú estate gbọ́pàá ológun ẹrú nìbàdàn nílé tó rẹwà láyìíká tó yáyì ilé ìtọ́jú àwọn àgbàlagbà ni àwọn ayòfẹ́rẹ́ ìnàjú àti ìdárayá wà ńbẹ̀ lábẹ́ àbójútó àwọn akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ olùtọ́jú àwọn àgbàlagbà.
ó ga jù báwo náà ṣe ń gbàyàn síbẹ̀.
ẹ lè máa gbá àwọn àgbàlagbà wá sí Fortune Care láàárọ̀ kẹsì wàá gbé wọn padà lálẹ́. a lè ṣètò kí Fortune Care wá máa gbárùgbó wa láàárọ̀ kásì máa dá wọn padà ńrọ̀lẹ́. a lè ṣètò káwọn bàbá tàbí ìyá àgbà máa gbé bẹ̀ fásìkò tá a bá ní sí nílé. àwọn yàrá ìbùsùn àtòyè gbáyé gbádùn wà pẹ̀lú.
àrò tuntun leléyìí jẹ́ o.
Fortune Care sì lè wá máa tọ́jú àwọn arúgbó wa ńlé. káwọn èèyàn tó wà lókè òkun tètè mọ̀ báyìí pé ilé ìtọ́jú àwọn àgbàlagbà ti wà ní road 6 Tẹ̀síwájú estate gbọ́pàá lólógún ẹrú nìbàdàn.
ìgbà tí Fortune Care kí wá ń ṣe ilé ìwòsàn tí màmá bá ń ṣòjòjò ńkọ́.
wọ́n ti lájọṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn adójútòfò ìlera tìjọba government health insurance agents. wọ́n sì tún forúkọ sílẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ilé iṣẹ́ ètò ìlera tìjọba pẹ̀lú.
kò sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ nìyẹn màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yẹn pẹ̀lú kọ́ọ̀sì mi màá kàn máa gbé màmá àgbàrí bẹ̀ láàárọ̀ tí n bá ti ń rebi iṣẹ́ màá sì gbé wọn padà tí n bá ń darí mo sì lè ṣètò mọ́tò kan tá máa gbé wọn lọ bọ̀ lójoojúmọ́.
tá a bá sì ní nǹkan ṣe lópin ọ̀sẹ̀ a lè gbé màmá síbẹ̀ tá a fi máa padà dé. tá a bá sì fẹ́ lọ sí ìrìn àjò fọ́sẹ̀ àtòṣù púpọ̀ ká gbé bàbá àti ìyá àgbàrí Fortune Care àdìgbà tá a fi máa dé kò sí bẹ̀rù fún tọ́jú wọn mọ́.
tí àǹtí táwọn bá ní kí n má gbé màmá kúrò nílé.
wọ́n á sì gbòṣìṣẹ́ Fortune Care tá a máa tọ́jú wọn lábẹ́ ilé nìyẹn ìwọ náà ṣàgbọ́dọ̀ ṣètò ìgbésí ayé ẹ.
ládé ìbò òótọ́ ló sọ ó yá júwe Fortune Care fún mi.
àní Fortune Care Global Services wà ní nọ́mbà 6 Tẹ̀síwájú estate gbọ́pàá lólógún ẹrú nìbàdàn tẹlifóònù wọn rèé 08174994667 09078292522.
ká tọ́jú arúgbó wa ọmọ á tọ́jú àwa náà ogbó kì í ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ramadan, amazing months. Ramadan, oṣù ìkẹwàá. Ramadan, oṣù àánú wa. Ramadan, oṣù àpọ́nlé. Welcome Ramadan, oṣù ìfẹ́ wa. Ìkẹ́, oṣù ìkẹwàá. Àánú, oṣù àánú wa. Respect, oṣù àpọ́nlé. Ìfẹ́, oṣù ìfẹ́ wa. Assalamu alaikum to all Muslims all over. Glory be to Almighty Allah and Holy One, Prophet Muhammad.
All right, what we've been saying before we went for that advert, we're talking about how the CBN is going to right the wrong that had already been made. Please, you too can bring your advert to Success Radio Ibadan. This is the right platform for you to let people know what you are doing. And you have a special information, or you have a program, a personal program, a social program you want people to know. Please, you can bring them here to this program, to this platform, to this radio station. And mind you, Success Radio can also help you to cover your event. And we can bring it to you live. All your audiences, all your fans in different parts of the world can see them live. Yes, still on the business, how will the Central Bank of Nigeria correct the wrong that been made? This information we have it from the This Day newspaper that said NLC. The Nigeria Labour Congress has given the federal government an ultimatum of 7 days to end currency drought or face national strike. My opinion is that is it not coming too late? We had expected the NSC to have acted long before now. Many terrible things had happened. Many people had collapsed. Many people had gone hungry. Many people had been trekking all around. the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Comrade Joe Ajaero. He made known the decision of the Central Working Committee of the Nigerian Labour Congress. He told us that their decision is to go on strike if this government, the federal government, does not find a way out and find a solution to this cash naira note scarcity. Because the situation had been creating a lot of hardship for the people of Nigeria. Many had been suffering. You know that his own constituency is the workers' welfare. He emphasized that a lot of workers have been going hungry. Some have to trek to work. Some have to trek a long distance. Some could not go to their place of work. A lot of things. Some received query because they could not come to work, despite the fact that it was not their fault. That is what Yoruba used to say. The king sent you on errand. And there is a river that is called the King's River. The King's River is overflowing. There is too much water there. You cannot cross it. And the king's message cannot be refused. Yoruba said, Ọba rán ni níṣẹ́, ó du ọba kún, iṣẹ́ ọba rẹ̀ kò ṣeé kọ̀. There is no cash, no money for transport, no cash to pay the commuters, yet you have to go to work. The employer at work is dangling a query before you, even a sack before you. And there is no cash to go to where you are going. Can you imagine how can somebody live in Challenge, trek to Iwo Road, or trek to Ojo because the employer is threatening? So that was the emphasis of the Nigeria Labour Congress. That's one of the fallout of the cash crunch. But I am very particular about this. How will the CBN correct the wrong that they had made? You can send your comment on that. I want us to talk about that. How do you think the CBN could correct the wrong that has been made already? You can let us know your own view. Zenith Farm is saying the station was so bad. That's true. So bad, so bad. Let us know your opinion. What do you think the CBN should do or the federal government should do at this point to correct the bad, those wrong things, those negative things, the suffering that Nigerians have, gone through? Zenith Farm is saying, Ọlọ́run á kó wa yọ o, àmì o. One of those things I think the federal government could do and the CBN could do to correct the wrong that have been made is, now that they have accepted that old notes should be spent and accepted even by bank and the business world. Now the concern is this: when Nigerians go to bank from today, let them be able to get cash. All right, Zenith Bank is saying the CBN should supply enough money to commercial bank. That's good. Yes, accepted. The CBN should supply enough cash to the commercial banks. In fact, you say, like they say, ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́gbọ́n, they are similar. Ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn whatever ni ó máa ń yàtọ̀. That was what I just said, and that's what Zenith Bank forwarded to us just now. That was the contribution. If people go to banks, yes, whether the old note or the new note, people need money, let the banks give them. The Zenith Farm is still saying commercial banks are complaining the CBN are not bringing money for them. Yes, that's true. Those were the complaints we had. They said the CBN didn't give them enough cash. Remember those old notes, the CBN had demanded them to deposit them back in the CBN coffer. So most of the old notes were in the custody of the CBN. Though we never can tell, this is Nigeria, some part of the old note could still be in the hand of the commercial banks. But now, since the CBN had those old notes, now bring them back to the commercial bank and let, commercial bank issue them out to Nigerians so that people can have money to spend. Vaisa Tijani is saying people should be able to collect whatever amount that they want in the bank. My own contribution to that aspect is this. Nigerians, we agree that cashless, transactions, they are good for us. Yes, we do agree. So, in that light, or based on that fact, I will still like that the CBN should put a limit to how much cash people can collect. How do I mean? Maybe a 20,000 naira limit per day. As the CBN has said it earlier, maybe 20,000 naira limit per day. And I also want to suggest that the CBN with the federal government need to come up with some regulations. And the regulation is that number one, let all banks upgrade their internet server. And let the customer be able to complain directly to the CBN. Any bank, internet service that is not functioning well should be reported, and the CBN should sanction those banks. This will make the banks to sit up. And all this complaint about we made transaction, it was not going through, we reduce drastically. And I would also like it that the federal government and the CBN should be able to say, okay, there are particular amount of transaction of social amount that should be regulated. You have to pay by cashless. You have to transfer, or you pay by e-payment. For example, any single transaction that is up to 10,000 naira should be paid by transfer. And the government and the CBN should also be able to come up with this regulation that anybody in business must have a bank account into which they will do business, receive money, and send money. When that is done, the situation of Nigerians, some traders, some business people saying, "Our account, you don't have a bank account." so we are not collecting anything, by transfer. That situation will come down. And the federal government needs to upgrade the cyber security situation so that the fraudsters will have no job to do. I think with some of these ideas, the situation of Nigerians could get better. And we are challenging the federal government and the National Orientation Agency to do more orientation in this line. Even if National Orientation Agency is not doing enough orientation, let the CBN, who is in charge of this policy, come up and do it by themselves. They are the one everybody is blaming at the moment. And I would not mind if the federal government and the CBN has to pay compensation to as many people who have suffered greatly. Yes, as a result of this Naira note scarcity. I mean, the government pay compensation to families of people who have died. Let the government pay compensation to businesses who have been affected because of this cash scarcity. Let the government allow people to take up loans to boost their businesses. Now that they have accepted that the old note should be a legal tender. All right, we appreciate you so much this morning. Thank you so much for being there with us on Success Radio this morning. Thank you so much, Tunde Bello. We appreciate you for being there. We appreciate all our fans, all our audiences on this program and on this platform, Success Radio. You have been listening to Eco Pointer program on Tuesday morning 9 to 10 a.m. Your anchor, by the grace of God, has always been Kolawole Kayode. I will have said meet me again on Sunday for the School of Marriage Secrets. But because of the election situation, we'll be making it the next 2 weeks. It will not be this coming Sunday, but the following one. That will be on the 26th of March. Tunde Bello is also lending voice to the fact that the federal government should pay all people that lose their families and all Nigerians. The federal government should pay compensation. Yes, supported. Thank you so much. To get in touch with me, to connect me, you can call me or WhatsApp me on 070-5370-6276. I call that number again, 070-5370-6276. See you again next week, Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 10 on this platform, Success Radio Ibadan. Thank you so much for being there.